Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the crazy but true stories that always seem to take place in
Florida.
They did it.
Where'd you
Hey.
I watched Whiplash this weekend, so
That was really good.
Nice.
I didn't want to get disciplined.
Not my tempo.
Not my tempo. What a great film.
Yeah, that's great.
A really good film. So how's the week been going so far?
Cameron,
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Been a
pretty
week.
good also for me.
So
Nice.
you both had equally good weeks
Equally,
Yep.
I'd say.
If mine was a number, it'd be 75.
out of what?
Cameron.
75.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mine's a 75 out of 76.
Okay. So
Yeah,
not that
that's-
good.
Had
Depressing.
A wonderful week.
Mm.
A wonderful week.
That's not how it works. So we've got a bunch of letters in.
Okay.
A bunch?
Yeah, not
Is this like postage?
a lot were to us.
Okay. You stole them again.
Yeah. Well, stole, borrow.
Yeah.
They'll get there eventually. But some of the fans, in quotation,
Okay.
want to get to know the hosts.
Yeah.
That would be us.
So they say, tell us some funny stories about yourself that happened in the past, present, or future.
Okay.
Funny stories from the future.
Yeah.
To get to know. Okay. So do they have to be like unique to us? I guess.
Yeah. Or I can tell one on Kim
I would rather you
in the
not.
future. You go skiing
Okay.
and an alligator, a Florida alligator,
No.
pops up and says, hey,
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I'm a vampire. but you don't judge.
No, never.
Okay. So do you have a real story, Josh,
Yeah, I think I've got one.
from
so
your childhood?
from my childhood,
Uh,
which is yesterday and the past.
right.
So my parents are divorced. Don't cry about it.
Okay.
And I think for some reason I went to the bowling alley
Okay.
or something and got two big tattoos out of the old coin thing.
Okay, the coin turn
The fake tattoos?
Yeah, big.
Like a tiger?
I think it was exactly I think I got a tiger crawling down a waterfall
Okay.
Nice.
and a big black panther crawling up air or a cloud.
Up in the air.
It's the same sticker, but different color palettes.
I flipped over.
Yeah, basically.
Cloud Panther.
So
That sounds like a perfume.
Yeah, it is.
to appease, I was going to stick them on my grandma while she was sleeping.
Yeah.
But to appease my mom, I put one on each arm.
Okay. We're at
Up on the old
deltoid.
dorsalis.
Okay.
And she loved them. And then that Saturday, I had a soccer game.
Okay.
And I'm like 10, 12. You know, when tattoos are kind of cool, but not cool if everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we're the blue team. And the other team is blue.
Both blue teams.
Both blue teams.
That's a problem.
And so I see the coaches talking, and I hear the ref say, we'll just do shirts and skins.
Oh no.
So obviously you guys know. You
Yeah.
don't want to be the only guy out there with tattoos.
No. Especially not fake panther tattoos.
Yeah, because everybody knows those got to be fake or his mom's bad mom.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put that shine on my mom.
No.
So I take my hands and I reach them up the opposing arm's sleeves,
Uh-huh.
and I just start scratching. As
So
hard.
you got tattoo particles all under your
You're trying to
fingernails.
scratch the tattoos off.
Yeah. If I can get them off before game starts and I got to take my shirt off, then I'm good. So we get close. I'm scratching.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm drawing some attention because I'm the only guy itching his top arms. And
Who's that kid with the bed bugs over there?
and so we're all kicking the ball, and I got my arms up my sleeves, for perfect balance. And they go, okay, other team skins. And I'm like, oh, God bless. God's real.
Yeah, but you ruined a perfectly good tattoo.
Story's not over.
Oh, here we go.
I skipped ahead.
So halftime comes. We get our pep talk and say, hey, guys, still 0-0.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do something because it's boring. And so I'm like, I'll do something. And so ref comes over and goes, we're going to switch shirts and skins, guys. Y'all are skins now.
Everyone's skins.
Everybody's skins on skins. Just no shorts on one team. So immediately my arms shoot up into my sleeves.
Oh yeah,
Scratching.
scratch.
I'm digging like there's no tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And so it's like, go get on the field now. And they're like, Josh, you got to take your shirt off. And I'm like, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. I take it off. And I look over to my arms. I have 2 solid tattoos and bright red arms.
Just perfectly intact.
And there's parents on each side of the field. And I just see them looking, pointing, and wondering basically what's wrong with me, why my arms are so red.
You have a terrible rash.
Yeah,
And I think they probably put it together. This is why
that
this guy
tiger
was
has the chicken pox.
itching his arms for 30 minutes.
That is so funny. Like that, and it's terrifying as a kid to be in that kind of social situation where they're gonna look at you and go, "Nice sweet tattoos, Josh."
Yeah. It's hard to score a goal against a guy who's like, nice tats.
Yeah. And what's even worse is if those tattoos were real, they're not the best tattoos.
No.
Either way, it's a lose.
Big
lose.
cat.
I mean,
Cats.
that's debatable.
Yeah, if you like big cats climbing up waterfalls,
Yeah.
sure, more power to you.
But 12-year-olds, big cats, one on each arm, that's a life decision you're making pretty early.
Oof. Yeah.
So that's, it's hard to relive that because I instantly go back and I'm like, oh, crap, let me start scratching.
Yeah, I started itching just listening to the story.
He sees the little tattoo machines and just breaks out in hives.
He starts scratching immediately.
Do they even have those anymore?
I don't know.
Are those a thing?
That's like 75 cents.
I mean, I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember the last time I went to a bowling alley.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can get them at Chinese restaurants, though.
You
not
can,
at your
yeah.
own free will, you wouldn't go to a bowling alley, right?
No, it's the worst. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you like bowling, that's awesome. I'm terrible at it.
If you want to pay to wear shoes, that literally probably
Ugh.
15 people wear it every day.
Gross. Gross.
We should go steal some of those shoes.
Yeah.
Like wear some Bobo shoes in
And
then take off.
take the bowling shoes.
So what are y'all doing this Saturday?
I'm going bowling. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down for bowling.
I need some new tats.
Yes.
I don't know that I have a story that can match that. I remember one year I played basketball.
With tats?
I
Yeah.
wish it would
Shorts
have
and
been.
skins?
I was so bad. I was like barely 5 foot. I was maybe 4'9". And
How old were you?
I was a little tyke,
A little tyke.
a little
I mean, a
lad.
5 foot
19?
little tyke.
10 or 11, little lad. I didn't really grow or get hair under my armpits until like 8th grade. So
I shaved mine off so I wouldn't know.
yeah, but you were a swimmer. You were
well-
a swimmer though.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
even a soccer player. I mean, you needed that
Speed.
You didn't want that friction.
It's aerodynamics when you fight.
So
you should have seen me.
I don't know where Wayne's story's going,
Yeah.
but I do have a funny story about when I played basketball.
Hopefully it's when you were 10 or 11 so we all got
Yeah.
an era here.
What's your story, Cameron?
Nice. Yeah, you bump first.
When I was 10 or when
I
was-
really want to hear your story.
Okay.
What? You're 10 or 11. You're playing basketball.
Yeah, I was 10 or 11.
Okay.
It was either 10 or 11. I'm not sure.
Right.
I was a little tyke.
Because the memory's not clear.
How tall?
About 4'9",
Yeah.
maybe 5 foot.
Wow.
This sounds really
These
familiar.
guys.
Yeah, it's weird because I think I just started growing hair under my arms.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
So it's tragic
Wayne,
story.
Yeah.
Are you
So,
feeling this?
I can't relate.
This is this is my only year playing basketball.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That year you dunked.
Yeah, the 1 year. Well, I tried to dunk.
Yeah. And
So the problem is,
Yeah. What's the problem?
I ran down for my dunk.
okay.
I got the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ran the wrong way.
Oh my gosh.
Ran to the wrong hoop.
This sounds so
There's
familiar.
only 2 hoops.
Yeah. Well, it was a 50-50 chance, but I made the wrong decision.
And what happened next?
Everybody laughed. I missed my dunk.
You missed
You missed
the
your
dunk.
dunk.
Yeah, and
Did you get stuffed
I
by
went to the wrong
someone
hoop.
or by the rim?
by the rim.
Oh, gosh.
All net.
What
All
team?
net.
Just out of curiosity, what team were you on?
The blue team.
Yes, amen. Amen. They were a good team, though. They were good. They played all sports.
I'd like to backtrack. I don't have a story anymore.
Oh, why not?
I changed my mind. Yeah, I can't talk about it.
No, then we're gonna have to restart podcast because we need stories. The fans.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll tell you a small story.
Tell me about that
anyone
one time that you were skiing.
The one time I was skiing, so I can't stand up on water.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
Thanks.
That would be skiing.
Yeah, I can't
Or
do it at all.
Jesus.
So I was trying to impress this girl. I was sitting.
Rhonda.
Yeah, but no, LaFonda. Butt in the water, knees up, right? And
Like you sit
the boat.
normally.
Yeah, the boat starts going. You're supposed to pull up, stand up in the water. There was a girl I was trying to impress, and I went all arm strength. Couldn't even get up out of the water.
Yep.
And then they informed me later on that they could see down my trousers,
Oh.
my water trousers,
Wow.
What kind of trousers are those?
the water trousers.
Oh,
I wore them short and loose.
okay.
So
like chaps,
So,
so
you're,
they had a
you're
cut
just
out.
dragging behind the boat.
yeah,
Arms only.
Yep.
shorts.
Just pulling you with no
Flapping.
shorts. Yeah.
Everyone in the boat's laughing at me,
So you hooked your feet so that your swim trousers wouldn't fall all the way down,
and the wind just right in there.
and then lifted you off.
Did you
Yeah.
have like a parasail?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you invented parasailing.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I belly flopped, and that's the end of my story.
Wow.
I
That's a
wish
great
I had,
story,
I wish I
actually.
had a basketball story, but I don't have one
And
anymore.
then you
Yeah,
and the
well, I
girl
mean, now-
made love.
Yeah. Not all of us can have a great basketball story.
No.
Well, let's get to some headlines because I'm bitter now.
Do we not? Are we not going to Greg's story?
Greg, do you have a story? No, I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
He tried to hand sign it.
No, I don't speak sign language.
Oh.
Okay, so we do have, we've been getting a lot of requests for stories for headlines. This one is from Lewis from Lakeland, Florida.
Hey,
I thought it was Luis.
You could be.
Okay.
Hey,
Or
Lewis.
Louis, possibly. So this is
This better be fire because we only accept fire.
out of Naples, Florida.
Okay.
A Florida woman claiming to be God
Okay.
held up a postal truck,
Okay.
stole a single package, and fled on a tricycle.
Book of Ruth. Yep. This is the Book of Ruth
Wow.
in real life.
So she held up
Above her head, she lifted a mail
Yep.
truck.
So-
Held up
Okay.
a postal truck.
with a gun.
With a replica pistol, so actually
Not
wasn't
even
a
a
Wow.
real gun.
She ended up holding up a jogger and a mail truck.
Okay.
The jogger had nothing of value.
Same time.
Yeah.
So
she's like, don't move.
Panning over.
She's like,
You.
Constantly
Give me your earbuds.
switching.
Yep.
You give me a package.
Jogger, go in that mail truck.
Yeah.
Give me something good.
So she fled with the package
On a tricycle.
and after when the cops ended up, catching up with her, she yelled at them that she was God and that she was hearing voices.
Oh, well, the second line probably is not a good line to say.
The second line discredits the first line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to assume right away that it was drug related.
Yeah.
But
Could have been love related.
So that's Lewis from Lakeland. Thank
that's
you
Lewis
for
from
that.
Lakeland, yeah.
That's a good one.
We have. I'll read it. I'll read one more. Let's see. This is from Trevor.
I've got a basketball story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I was hoping this was a basketball story.
I wish I did. It's gone now.
I like calling double dribble. You just double dribbled. And they're like, no, I didn't. I'm standing here. You don't know the rules. I'm like, yeah, so what? Nobody
Trevor.
plays basketball anymore.
Trevor.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Trevor. This is from Trevor from St. Pete.
Hey, Trevor.
So
Hey, Trevor.
a young Florida man
Okay.
went for a
Nice.
job interview at Kohl's.
The store
Oh, yeah.
And was arrested.
That's
for
a tough interview.
at Kohl's.
Yeah. They're vicious.
They're top of the line.
Yeah.
They turn you down.
Well, I mean, no, I got the job. I just didn't start yet.
Oh, okay. When do you start?
You're
I
waiting to
don't
hear
know.
back.
I'm waiting to hear back. It's 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. So Trevor goes to the job interview.
Trevor actually sent us the story, but
Oh, I'm sorry, Trevor. Sorry, bro.
so Florida man,
Not Trevor.
Young Florida man.
no, not Trevor, was arrested for shoplifting after his interview at Kohl's.
Oh my God.
How'd the interview go, though?
Um,
Because it was like, funk you guys, too.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're feeling stellar about the interview, you're probably not going to steal stuff on the way out.
he
What if
went.
he thought it was his Colts uniform? And he's like,
That's
all
true.
right, I'll see you Monday.
What did he steal though?
He stole
Khakis.
women's Nikes for his mother.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just trying to get his mom a
A
gift.
celebration.
Yeah.
I got the job.
He ended up getting her 2 pairs of Nikes, but this is a
Whoa.
weird thing.
Loves his mama.
This
That's
guy's
probably why he got in trouble.
This guy's name is Dominic Breedlove. But the weird thing is, after his interview, he goes out. He goes into the shoe section, And they say that they noticed, he tipped him off because he was just walking around the shoe department, and when he found a pair of shoes without a tag, a security tag,
Okay.
he went out to his car, got a Kohl's bag that he had in the car from a previous purchase.
This guy.
Comes back in and puts 2 pairs of shoes in there, and by that point the security people had
They're
already
on
called
him.
the cops, and so they.
I mean,
were
it's
waiting
not
for him.
Black Friday. How many customers can be in Kohl's at once? 30?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been to a Kohl's.
Hey, you're not missing anything.
Is it? Yeah, it's just shoes.
Think of
Shoes.
the most boring. Think of my outfits on a regular.
Got it.
Make them a little bit worse.
Okay. Skins.
Yeah, but then like a little flair,
Tattoos.
and then Kohl's.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a great description. You're
With
not getting
women's
you're not
Nikes.
getting that job now.
No, well, we'll see.
So Trevor from St. Pete, Lewis from Lakeland.
Trevor interviewed me.
Yep.
Both awesome stories. Can I just go back to the Coles one real fast? What was the guy's name that stole the stuff?
Dominic Breedlove.
That's
Yeah,
That's
that's,
such a
a
cool name.
traditional name.
he owns a strip club or something. Such a sleazy name.
Now, I
might.
think he's in jail.
I mean, yeah, he might own a couple pairs of Nikes. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's petite theft.
Yeah. Oh, call back. Hey, big ups to Trevor and Lewis for sending that in. I've got a story.
Okay, that's what I came here for.
Yeah.
Is it a
Drove
basketball
all
story?
the way
In-
to
in-
the studio.
In lieu of my personal heartwarming basketball story that was thieved from me, I have
What?
that was
What?
Inauthentic. Did I just hear an inauthentic basketball story? Because nothing pees me off like an inauthentic basketball story.
You guys remember Scottie Pippen?
Who doesn't? I had
Yeah.
his card.
I got his poster still hanging. My wife hates it. I got it hanging up above the bed.
Well, you drew a mustache on him, so that's
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy. So I've got a story. It involves a Florida man, a Florida legend.
Okay.
In 1891,
Oh,
Wow. This
Yeah.
guy's still alive?
okay. Someone do the math.
we're getting there. 1891, the Shealy family migrated.
127.
Close.
He's 127 years old.
Yep.
No, 1891, the Shealy family migrated to Ochope, Florida. Shortly after
I'm sure you
establishing
nailed it.
their own homes, they set out to build the area's first schoolhouse.
That's pretty thoughtful for their kids.
That is pretty thoughtful. And they went on to kind of live off the land. The Shealys quickly learned the geography of the Everglades and even found a way to monetize this knowledge. They established campsites for tourists. They gave tours of the nature trails that they themselves carved out of the wilderness.
I don't doubt that.
And they taught classes on hunting and trapping the local game.
Okay.
The Shealys quickly became a household name in the area, and after decades of Shealy family living off the land, it's no wonder that our subject of the evening, Dave Shealy, was practically born an expert.
Wow.
An expert of the Everglades?
Living off the land.
Hunting,
Just-
tracking, mapping, yeah.
Pay attention, Cam.
In 1964,
They didn't
Dave
say
Shealy
chess.
was born into the hunting and trapping business. But our story starts about 10 years later. So basically, Dave, he was born like fourth generation into a family that has lived off the Florida Everglades land from day one.
That's got to be tough land to live off.
Yeah, no joke. It's swampland.
Because I know the old Americans tried to push the Native Americans into the Everglades
Sure,
in the Seminole War.
Yeah.
absolutely. And what's interesting
Cameron
is,
should know. He went to Florida State.
I did. Go Knowles.
Nice.
so these guys, he's doing the Noel hand wave and won't stop
Okay, please stop. He's been doing it since we sat down.
started.
Yep.
So these guys, they carved out the trails that they were basically giving tours of. So these guys established the area. They built campsites. They made it basically a tourist stop. They turned South Florida into a popular area and basically monetized it.
Just like the white folk do.
Well, in
Walt Disney. This is the
1974,
story of Walt Disney, right?
I think so.
close to it. In 1974, Dave Shealy was 10 years old, and he and his older brother Jack were out hunting for deer.
Okay.
And usually these trips would happen either late at night or really early in the morning. And they're out in the Everglades. So just right off the start,
That's when deer are blinded by the light. Because it gets above them and they can see fine. But once it's like cresting over the horizon,
right.
Whoa.
it blinds them. Y'all didn't know that?
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Josh is a hunting expert, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hunting podcast.
Yeah. You go early morning, early evening, whatever it's called.
Yeah, dusk.
And they just stand around because they can't see nothing.
Like a bunch of dummies.
Like a bunch of dummies. And then you just walk up to them, snap their neck.
That's how all hunting
This
is
would
done.
be a great hunting show.
Y'all got to go
actually.
with me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Take a couple B-balls.
Yeah.
If you were looking from the outside in on this scenario, it's a 10-year-old and his brother out in the swamp hunting deer by themselves. But just keep in mind, like, this is all their family has ever done.
What'd y'all do when you were 10?
Not that.
I played basketball.
Yeah, Cameron apparently played basketball when he was 10. When I was 10, I couldn't even ski.
Yeah, I had...
You were playing soccer with fake tattoos, right?
I mean, it's pretty similar, though.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So they're crushing it. But it's in one of these early morning hunting trips that Dave and his older brother Jack, they're out deeper than usual in the Everglades. No parental supervision. And Dave recalls that the sky was overcast and they hadn't had much luck spotting any deer. They were pretty deep off the trail
That's because they weren't blinded.
when they came
Too
to an
overcast.
opening and discussed the possibility of setting up camp when something caught his brother's eye. Dave says, there was something moving across the swamp, and my brother spotted it first, but I couldn't see it over the grass because I wasn't tall enough.
That's got to be an odd sight. Just anything moving across the swamp because you're like...
And you're not tall enough to see what it is?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the swamp.
Yeah, but nothing moves across the swamp.
Right, and he only saw it because he followed his brother's gaze. So,
Oh,
like, his
that's-
brother saw it, and he couldn't see it because he was too short.
That's poetic.
Yeah,
Right,
that
thank
is
you.
nice.
Yeah. He says,
Brother, follow my gaze.
Yeah. Dave says, I looked at my brother's face and realized pretty quickly that he seemed frightened. That's when my brother picked me up so that I could see.
Oh, jeez.
And it was about
I'm
100.
frightened. Why don't you look at this?
Yeah.
I think I know what it is.
I want you to see it better. He says it was about 100 yards away. We were just kids, but we had heard about this.
Jackalope.
And we knew for sure what we were looking at.
Is it Robert the Doll?
Oh, my
No.
gosh. He is
Just
all over
floating
the place.
above the swamp.
Not quite. He says, we knew every animal that called these swamps home, but this one was different. He and his brother stared at the creature with their mouths open in shock, but almost at the same time as he tells it, the skies opened up and the rains poured down. The creature hurried away into the cypress hummocks scattered amongst the marsh. And Dave is
What
quoted...
was that word? Because I like that word.
Go back.
Cypress hummocks?
Hummocks?
Hummocks. Okay.
Hummocks.
Oh, yeah, I eat
don't
that
think
with
that's
pita chips.
Yeah. Dave is quoted as saying, "Holy crap. I finally saw this damn thing and it got away just like that." So they're seeing this creature. They both kind of know what it is in their hearts. They haven't. They're pretty sure they know what it
Okay.
is. But
Well,
it starts raining.
I would
and-
love for you to share it with us at some
and-
point.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would if you
we
both
have
shut up. So
Can't shut up. That's the podcast.
Yeah.
We interrupt.
That's
with,
our job.
so they're watching it and they're kind of they're kind of in awe. And it starts raining and it runs away. So before they can even like register what's happening, it's gone.
Okay, so it's something that doesn't like rain. Cam?
Probably Fire Monster.
Fire monster. That's my first guess.
It is the fire monster.
Okay.
This story
Case
is about
closed, yeah.
Dave Shealy and the Everglades swamp fire monster.
Wow,
Nice.
this is intense.
That sounds like a book I would read.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually cooler. Dave Shealy and his
Cooler.
brother Jack Shealy
okay.
believe that was their first sighting of the Florida skunk ape.
Okay.
Oh,
Finally,
okay,
we hit
nice.
the cryptid part.
The
of
cryptid
He
part.
finally
Florida
told
Man
us.
on Florida Man.
Yeah, so
Florida.
for those who are listening, the skunk ape is essentially what native Floridians call Sasquatch. It's their version of Sasquatch.
Bigfoot?
Kind of, yeah, Bigfoot. It's like...
Yeti?
Oh, the Yeti, the Sketty Yeti.
Oh, Cam.
Yeah.
Italian Cam making a appearance.
What do the Italians call Sasquatch, Cameron?
It's a Sasquatch.
This is Mario. The beginning of Mario
It's spot
64.
on. Well, I don't know that there's a lot of differences. I do know that the skunk ape primarily is described as having reddish hair.
Okay.
I did a lot of research on skunk ape, but no research
Nice.
on Sasquatch.
I mean,
So I can't compare the two.
the fact
Okay.
that it has ape, does that mean it like monkey-ish?
Well, it does, and I think the name is actually caused by people who have stumbled upon the trail, what they believe to be the trail, and it smells like wet dog and skunk.
So skunk dog.
Skunk Dog.
skunk dog.
That was a good cartoon. Skunk Dog.
That is a good. What was it called?
Cat Dog.
Cat dog. But yeah,
Where'd the poop go? That's
what's up, dog?
the universal question.
Yeah,
Where'd the poop go?
where did they poop?
The Sasquatch poop?
No,
the cat dog.
One end was
yeah.
a cat, one end was a dog. Where'd they poop out?
Out the belly button. I already looked it up.
That's probably
This is a PG podcast.
Sorry.
Skunk ape.
So what's interesting is, these guys, they lived off the land. They were raised around here, so they can pretty much identify what they see out in the swamp.
Yeah.
From 100 yards away, you would think they would know, like, okay, that's not normal. It's not a deer. So they believe this is when they saw the skunk ape for the first time.
Primate family is not supposed to be in the Everglades.
No,
I don't. Well,
Well,
there's monkeys in Ocala.
we love monkeys on this podcast.
God, you know how long they'd survive in the Everglades? They get chomped so quick?
Those little bitty monkeys.
Yeah.
They wouldn't survive against a skunk ape, that's for sure.
No. And boa constrictors?
There was actually a reference in the Ocala monkey story about the people who were worried about the monkeys. They weren't worried about the monkeys attacking people. They were worried about the monkeys being eaten by alligators.
Well, duh, but that's story of life. That's Lion King.
That's exactly what the Lion King's about.
Exactly the plot of Lion King.
So, in the decades since the first sighting, Dave has relentlessly pursued skunk apes, and he has seen them, as he says, on 3 other occasions.
Oh, wait, so this started when he was 10?
He was 10 years old with his brother Jack when they saw it for the first time.
So if I was by myself, I may be able to shake it off after like 5 years. But having someone who also saw it, I'd be like, this happened, right?
I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. And then your brother still got those big eyes.
And it's
still scared.
The awe and the wonder of seeing skunk
He's
apes.
still looking off in the distance. Like, okay, crap, it was real.
Can you speak now to me? It's been a long time. I feel like too, just by its very nature, it's divided into like 2 camps. Believers and non-believers, and they're very strict about it. Not a lot of middle ground. Mm-hmm. It would be really hard to see something with somebody else and to swear that you saw it and have most people just go, we don't believe you.
I believe in skunks. And I believe in apes.
Right.
That's true.
So the idea that both of those two
Fall in love, make a baby.
could fall in love.
Yeah.
I don't put that up against God.
Okay, so
God's plan.
Josh is saying believer or non-believer?
100%.
100%.
Which way?
I was hoping y'all wouldn't ask me.
He's 100% in the middle.
100% undecided.
Cameron, how about you?
Oh, I think it definitely is a possibility.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's highly improbable.
Pick a side.
But not impossible.
Okay, this is right in the middle then.
Yeah,
Greg.
Politician.
I tell you what, let's do it again at the end of the show, and let's see if maybe we've changed our minds.
Okay.
There may be some evidence.
All right. Intelligence squared debate.
Yes, this is how we do it. So Dave has written a field guide about the skunk ape and the surrounding areas. He's made television appearances, and he has continually investigated the more than dozen reports that come in every single year. So every year he averages more than a dozen sightings that he will research and then go visit and see if there's any proof
Is
there.
the field guide how to avoid the skunk ape? Because that's what I would want to read.
He's actually made maps of where the sightings have been. So you can either use the map to go look for yourself or use the map to be like, we're not going over there.
He doesn't like downtown Orlando.
No.
So Jane Goodall, remember that woman who lived with the apes and taught them languages and stuff? He's basically that. He's her, but with skunk apes. So that's why.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
What a
dedicated his whole
comparison.
life
That's
to
a
it.
compliment.
So is this only in Florida that he's
I think that he does. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I think it's regional. The creature's name changes based on where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, like Josh mentioned Yeti.
Right.
The Yeti. I mean that.
Right. It was like
Bigfoot.
Himalayans or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just reading that cooler that you got sitting in the other room.
What?
Our sponsor, Yeti.
Yeti cooler. Well, what's fascinating is in July 2000, he actually captured what he claims is the skunk ape on film.
Okay.
So you can see this footage online. It's in the daytime. It's shot a few hundred feet away, and you can see what appears to be a creature walking upright in the bush.
Oh, goodness. I don't think there's a lot of upright creatures in the glades.
No.
Not to my knowledge. About a minute into the film, the creature realizes that it's being watched, and it kind of scurries off into some palmetto bushes.
Yeah, I mean, there is black bears in Florida.
Right.
Is it possible that it was I didn't see the footage.
It's online, and I think it's important to see it for yourself. But I'm with you. I think that either way, it's a run scenario for me.
Was it a guy in a bull costume?
We've
had reports of that.
Ragu sauce.
He's a burglar. Yeah. So if you've seen the old Sasquatch footage from the 70s, you know, the grainy one that's kind of
walking sideways.
Yeah, on
I'm
the
doing the
riverbed.
pose
Yeah.
right now.
So that's basically what it looks like. About the same quality.
Okay. What's the 2000s?
Yeah, he keeps trying to sell me beef jerky.
Yeah.
On the
Yep.
TV.
So if you have even an ounce of skepticism, you're gonna watch, you know, the film and go, okay, I don't buy it. But I think what adds some legitimacy to Dave Shealy's claim is that he really is an expert in the area.
Okay.
He's a hunter. He's a tracker. You know,
Well,
he
the
lives-
Glades are the roughest, toughest.
It really is. It's just nasty
Yeah,
land.
I think Bear Grylls even tapped out.
Yeah, right.
of the
So,
Glades.
and I think that's part of the issue is that he's mapped this area, so he knows it like the back of his hand.
Nope.
So I think when he says, like, look, I know what I saw, it adds a little credibility. So, I mean, who am I, armchair skeptic, watching a video and going, you know,
Yeah, don't believe that.
yeah, this guy's been out there in the brush. He's like, no,
I smelt it.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I smelled that dirty
That
dog.
skunk- That skunk dog.
That
I
skunk
smelt
dog.
it. The ape dealt it. That's what
Yeah.
he said. That's a quote.
That's why the ape took off. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I think someone
Oh,
someone knew it's me.
This
Yeah,
is really awkward.
he's embarrassed.
But
He's not a threat. He's ashamed of his
And he's
odor.
like, are they filming? Is that a Sony PX 100 camera?
Yeah.
That's got 4X zoom on it.
I gotta get out of here. I haven't taken a bath in a couple days.
They'll know that I dealt it.
Well,
man.
you know, we mentioned that he's a hunter and a tracker. He's a professional. I think the counterpoint to that, a lot of people and journalists have said that his family has always profited from the fact that they are an expert in the area. So remember back in the beginning of the story, when they migrated here, one of the first things they did was set up campsites and trails and
Yeah.
start giving tours.
naturally.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But you can't fault them for making money.
No, what else are you doing back then?
Right. I think what they're saying
Surviving.
is the
Yeah.
fact that they have seen Skunk Ape only benefits their business.
Okay.
Right. So his business.
That's a hard ball
Yeah,
to get
true.
rolling,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, and his business, to be fair, is the only one that benefits from seeing a skunk ape. There's no other business, a coffee shop owner, or you know,
Well, are you saying that his business is like 100% skunk ape?
it is now. But when you're giving tours of the Everglades and you say it's kind of like giving a ghost tour in St. Augustine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he does tours.
Right. So like
Gotcha.
if you're doing that kind of stuff and you say no, the skunk ape's been through here.
Yeah.
People are more than likely to be like, well, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll go see what it is.
What else are you going to do in the Everglades?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to ski. I
And
can't ski anywhere.
Nah, when it gets
Yeah,
dark,
no.
he tickles your neck with a feather. You're like, no, skunk ape.
I can smell it. Yeah, but so it's interesting. Going back to the video, Dave, with another counter argument, states that the swamp was flooded at the time of the filming and completely covered in water.
There's usually water in the Everglades.
Yeah, I think, but
Well,
I think
we wouldn't know. I mean, he would know more than us.
I think even more
Can.
so because his counterpoint is the creature when it's spotted and it runs away, it moves faster than a human could have in a costume. Like basically, if it was a human, they would be almost
Okay.
waist deep in water.
Oh, yeah.
And he's saying, no, this thing moves through the water. There's
Yeah.
no way that's a
No, and you're getting weighed down in a pair of jeans. Dungarees?
dungarees.
You're sinking.
Yeah. So for biologists, the video is concerning because they're saying, look, skunk apes don't exist. Bob DeGrosse, he is the public affairs officer for the wildlife preserve. He says that people report seeing this mythical creature from time to time, but there has never been any substantiated sightings of the skunk ape that was verified by National Park Service wildlife staff.
You know what benefits Bob and the preserve? Not having a bunch of tourists traipse through.
No, 100. Yeah, for every
That's
point,
true.
there's a really solid counterpoint.
Yeah. I'll go up against Bob all day.
Yeah.
Unless he calls in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Then one of y'all have to handle it because I don't like confrontation.
Yeah, I'm siding with Dave on this one so
Yeah.
far.
well, it's just like anything else. I mean, aliens.
Sure,
Tons of people believe that, yeah, aliens are definitely a possibility.
they've genuinely seen it.
I'll believe it. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Right.
Or the people that have seen it, you know, obviously they do. But
Two turtle
what's
doves?
the difference?
Have
Right.
you ever seen two turtle doves?
I haven't. No.
No.
Home
And I'm-
Alone 2, I saw the little porcelain ones, but
And I'm an expert on birds.
yeah, amen.
Everybody knows that, and I've never seen one.
He loves aviary science.
I do. But critics point out, despite the dozens of unrelated ongoing research projects conducted in the Everglades, no one has ever captured indisputable proof of the skunk ape or come upon the remains of a skunk ape.
Okay.
So those are hard points to refute.
That's a tough one.
What about the feces?
Oh.
Let's back to the poop. What about the poop?
Yeah, what about
Where's
it always
the
goes
poop?
back to the poop.
Yep.
Uh,
What do they poop like?
One interesting question. Remember in Jurassic Park with the Triceratops?
Oh, that was a big
and
old mountain.
They have the big mountain of poop.
Yeah.
They make a big deal about it.
Bigger
It's
than
so
the
fascinating.
Triceratops head.
That's
Yeah.
like the last question on my mind. If there's a legendary
That's
creature,
the last question.
and
Well, they knew that if they made the movie and they didn't have a giant mountain of poop,
The
then
poop.
people would
The
call
poop-
them out.
You
on
ever
it.
seen
Yeah.
gloves that long?
no. Could you imagine the press conference where they're like, "Look, we have indisputable proof of skunk ape," and there's that guy out in the crowd who's like, "What's it poop like?" You know, like that's just such a weird
How would you
question.
build fake
That's us. What are you talking about?
fake skunk ape poop? What would you put in it?
Yeah, pudding,
Pudding.
the 3-layer
One
pudding.
of their one of their favorite foods, pudding. The 3-layer pudding.
Yeah, I would.
Snack packs.
Tapioca.
Yeah.
With
That's
some
how you tempt a
with some food
skunk
coloring.
ape.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that they are very, very fond of beef jerky.
There's actually a
guy.
how to tempt a skunk ape part later on in the story.
Oh no!
I'm serious. Yeah, it's a real deal.
Is it like a bet you won't come over here?
Hold
Is it one
on.
of
What would
those?
you guess that you would put out for bait in a skunk ape trap, Cameron?
Irish Spring? A bar Irish Spring.
A smaller skunk ape.
Okay.
Oh, a sexy skunk ape.
Skunk ape in a skirt.
Nice.
Come over here, skunk ape. You lonely? What's your poop like? What do you think, Josh? How would you bait a skunk ape?
I forgot what I said earlier 2 seconds ago.
Pudding.
No. No. A Sony PX 1000 with four.
Right.
with
That's
4X
what makes them run away.
It would
I
fall
thought.
for
4X zoom. But now if it's just sitting there on a stool,
That's true. Without a human being.
yeah.
So Dave has responded to those points.
Okay.
About the
About the Sony.
Well,
PHX.
about the decomposition of the animals. He says that things decompose quickly in the swamp due to the climate and the water and wildlife, that carcasses are usually gone before anybody sees them.
Well, that and the fact that nobody wants to be in the swamp.
No one's out looking.
there's no-
and really, no one's out looking
way.
for. Yeah.
Anybody's ever been in every part of the Everglades.
Well, yeah. Prophecy from Cameron over there, because Dave also says the swamp
Nice.
is 2.
Kiss to the sky.
Dave says that the swamp is 2.2 million acres of protected land.
Okay.
People don't go out there and visit. They can't hunt or track because it's protected.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, 2.2 million acres, there's probably some stuff that you haven't seen.
So there's
Yeah.
probably a M. Night Shyamalan village of skunk ape.
Oh God.
Could be.
Then what's the one dress up as to keep the other skunk apes in the village?
Ooh, yeah, human being.
A park ranger.
Yeah, park ranger.
It's Dave Shealy.
It's Dave.
What an M. Night
Wow,
Shyamalan
this
story.
is-
We stumbled upon a good one.
My mind's blown.
Dave,
That would be the most terrible. A village of skunk apes.
Sitting
Just
at the long
like-
picnic table.
trying to live peacefully.
Yeah, one blind with a stick.
Guys, I don't think I was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
I
see
need
myself out.
Medicine.
That's awkward. That's such a good movie, by the
One
way.
skunk ape has diabetes.
Dave is quoted as saying, "I know what I've seen. For someone who hasn't come here and put in the time that I have, to say otherwise doesn't really matter to me."
Amen.
So he's saying, "Look, man, like I've done my time. I've done my research. I know what I've seen. So for you to say, from your boring radio show
What?
in Florida that you haven't seen one,
What?
The podcast.
not ours, no, somebody
Yeah.
else. This
Yeah.
American Life,
Not on the airwaves.
no, This American Life with Idris Elba. What's his name?
Yep, as I just said.
That was it.
What's fascinating though is local Native American groups from around this area.
Okay.
Seminoles, the Miccosukee
Cameron?
tribe.
An outlaw.
Yeah, right back to
Okay.
Cameron.
Cherokee
He's been doing
and
the
Choctaw.
he's been doing the hand
My
chop
baby.
Still doing hand chop.
the whole time.
That arm is so buff. M. Night Shyamalan movie, Lady in the Water.
This is a M Night Night.
M. Night Night.
M. Night.
M.
But-
Night Squared.
All of the Native American tribes in the area, they have stories about the skunk ape, and we're talking centuries ago. I mean,
Do
so
they profit from it?
they don't, and that's the thing is, so you have to look at that and go, okay, well,
I'd like to see their tax returns before. I
yeah. I mean, these different tribes, without relation, are sharing the same stories.
Okay.
And so I think
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't benefit
no. I mean,
Oh, I don't
they
know.
have
them having the same.
they have no reason to make it up, but especially if they're living apart from each other. But what's fascinating is over the past 60 years or so, Floridians have begun seeing the skunk ape more often,
Uh-oh.
and that pairs up.
I'm a Floridian.
You are, but that pairs up with increased sightings in the northwestern part of the country as well. Except up there they call them Sasquatch. And so, but in both regions, the stories were kind of started by Native American groups.
Okay.
Like both tribes.
Quewit.
Yeah,
And the
actually,
vampires?
yeah.
Those are real?
That's a real Indian tribe, yeah.
Oh.
But they have these
Blasphemy.
stories and legends of these tall monsters running around, ape-like creatures.
Okay.
But around 60 years ago, that's when this story started to spread more rapidly. So it kind of makes you wonder if it's like, okay, are they a bunch of copycats? Like maybe one person saw something and now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
Would you ever jump on the bandwagon of a story?
Not like that, I
Would
wouldn't.
you ever jump on a skunk ape?
I tried to jump on the bandwagon of a basketball story earlier.
Yeah. Would you ever?
Listen,
It
Wayne,
wasn't happening.
give it up.
It could have been the same game
It
that
was
y'all
my basketball story.
that y'all played against each other.
It was. Cameron's story
Shirts
was
for
better than mine.
skins, blue versus blue.
It was much better than mine. In one of the earliest well-publicized sightings, a pair of hunters in Florida claimed that the ape invaded their campsite back in 1957. They claimed that it came into the site, messed up their tents and their belongings, and they saw it fleeing through the brush, and they thought originally that it was a black bear.
Whoa.
But then
Nice shout out.
then
Yeah.
they realized it was standing up on its hind legs, which again is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black bear, don't want to see
yeah,
it.
no.
Skunk ape, don't want to see it.
Florida black bear are small too.
Are they?
Yeah, I've seen black bear in Tennessee, and Florida black bear are way smaller.
Didn't you come across one time?
Yeah, 5 of them in Tennessee.
Jesus.
on
Whoa,
like one
Jesus.
hike.
A
Yeah.
gang of them.
Wow.
What were they doing, playing
Three
volleyball?
little babies and one mama.
Wrong
no, sir.
move.
Which-
No, sir.
Yeah, that was a little terrifying.
So
And
the
then
first
one later
move,
on.
you step between the mama to let her know you're not a threat.
Oh, I showed her my guns. I'm like, look at my biceps.
Well, but
How strong I am.
only one is bigger because of the Seminole chop.
Yeah, I
Seminole
showed her my
chop.
chop.
The one large arm.
I did the
Chopped her in
chop
the
for her.
neck.
And
Chop
the
her
mama bear
babies
was
in
like,
the neck.
the mama bear was like, alpha here.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Should we mate?
Can you take? Can you take? What's its poop like?
Time to hibernate.
Well, this is fascinating. As the stories picked up in the 70s, Florida legislature actually introduced a bill that would have made it illegal to take, possess, harm, or molest any humanoid animals.
Molest? Does that have
Humanoid.
to be in there?
Yeah.
It's just like those do not molest the alligator
Yeah.
signs that
What?
are everywhere.
Yeah,
around Florida.
when you go fishing, they have signs that say "Do not molest the alligators."
Does molest mean
that was the
something
last
else?
thing on my to-do list.
It just mean I think it means
Stick your wiener in.
touch.
That's not it?
I don't think.
I need yes or no.
I don't think so. I think it means to touch them when they don't want to be touched.
Okay. Oh, like nipple pinches.
Yeah.
An alligator nipple pinch is got to be tough to find.
Yeah, I don't think they meant that. But what's fascinating is the bill was introduced, but it didn't pass.
What?
So they voted it down. So they're like,
So humanoid creatures are okay to
well, that's
rub on.
That's what's
Yeah.
fast. So lawmakers are going in the 70s like, we don't know if it's real, but if it is, we want to be able to do whatever we
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
'Cause this
Yeah,
thing
true.
could get kinky.
yeah.
Wow, what a
If we want to cuddle with a skunk ape, we will.
Yeah, something that smells like a skunky wet dog
this story took a turn.
in a bikini or a skirt cam.
Yeah. So the video that we discussed earlier, that was actually the third time that Dave Shealy spotted the creature. The second time he was camping out at the Big Cypress Interior down South Florida, and he found basically a four-toed footprint
Okay.
that was left by the campsite. He took a casting of it. It's just massive. You can see it online. This massive footprint with four toes, and it's at his skunk ape research headquarters
Up.
that he founded.
Can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah, field trip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's go.
Pause the podcast.
Let's head down there now.
Vroom.
So occasional sightings have continued for years. The skunk ape hit the news again in 1997 when passengers on a tour bus claimed they spotted the animal.
Okay,
A
how
whole
many?
tour bus?
So yeah,
Is it him and his family on the tour bus? And
it's
that's
all
it?
it's all Shealy's. But Dave he discusses that and he says, look, this is 30 or 40 people all saying they saw the same exact thing.
You couldn't get those people
Yeah.
to agree on one lunch.
Right. And they're saying there's a big red creature. They
Moving quick through the
Shealy
glades.
says they describe it as a 7-foot red-haired ape.
Oof, 7 foot?
Wow.
Everybody on the bus says the same thing. 30 plus people are saying they saw that. And so after decades of idle interest in the creature, he decides this is the point he's going to get serious about it.
Okay.
This is 1997.
He waited a long time to benefit from it, right?
Well,
If
yeah,
that's the
right.
accusation.
That's
Right.
a lot of people to say the same thing.
Well, he starts baiting the area
Okay.
to see if he can trap
here we
the
go.
skunk ape.
What Skunk Ape calls.
Okay.
Yeah, skunky, 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 skunky. Is that recording? Did we have that?
Yeah, we have a live recording of how to call a skunk ape.
Yeah, let me turn it on. Here we go.
Greg, hit play.
Skunky, 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 skunky.
That's it. So if
It's
you want,
creepy.
that's very, but it's almost soothing
Yeah.
in a way.
Skunky, 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 skunky.
What did you say that you would bait a skunk ape with? Pudding for Josh. A camera.
And a small skunk ape in it, or one in a skirt.
Or an acoustic Ed Sheeran song.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He used lima beans.
Okay.
Okay, well, learn something new.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
that's what they love, apparently. So Dave would place the lima beans out on the trails, and the next morning, he repeatedly would find the
Okay.
beans missing.
I don't think there's a lot of other animals
No.
looking forward to lima beans being set out. Someone coming across it going,
I don't even
my
like
lucky
lima
day.
beans."
No, I don't. In fact, bears hate lima beans. That's widely known.
Yeah.
So
I
skunk
think I've
apes,
heard that.
taking the lima beans out. So here's what's fascinating. So
A
2
pile
miles.
or like one by
That's
one?
That's what I'm trying.
like breadcrumbs, like one to like a trail leading back to his camp.
Like every couple feet, there's just
And then a net.
a lima bean.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm picturing like 5 pound.
Oh yeah,
pile of
big
lima
pile,
beans.
like a
I think-
triceratops
Yeah.
Duke
Yeah.
of lima beans,
And then he wakes up next morning, they're gone.
and he's hiding in it like the birthday cake from Under Siege.
Yeah, and then
The woman pops out, but it's him with an AK.
it's him going, "Here, skunky, skunky, skunky."
And then that
Got 'em.
Uzis, double Uzis.
Well, just 2 miles away from this area where he was trying to basically, bait the skunk ape, Jan Brock, a real estate agent, and Vince Doer, who was the chief of the fire department, they separately spotted a large hairy animal that minutes apart while driving through that area one morning in July.
I keep driving.
Did it have 5 pounds of lima beans?
Well, a mouth,
Over its
he
shoulder?
had a mouthful of them like a chipmunk.
A sack of
I gotta plant these.
Yeah. So Jan Brock says this thing just ran out in front of my car.
Oh no.
It was shaggy looking and very tall, maybe 6.5 feet or 7 feet. And then the fire chief who saw it down the same road, he actually snapped a photo of it.
What?
And
I
you
did
can
not
see
know
this
about
online. We're going to post this. I think at some point in time we can
Okay.
find a way to post
I'm
this.
sure we could post this.
Do you swerve to not hit the skunk ape?
I think you're taught not to swerve
Or do you
to
ram
miss
it?
anything, aren't you?
You
Like,
saw what Harry and the Hendersons, what he did to the roof of the wagon.
yeah, and that's a bad movie.
Yeah.
I
I've never
watched
seen
it
it.
with my daughters not too long ago. It's
Don
bad.
Cheadle's in it.
I've never seen that.
It's not good.
What? He's he's like 20 years younger than us. I don't know
Yeah.
if the listeners know that, but
No.
Cam's like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
best
this
as-
basketball story that I told
Couple
earlier
years
was 3
ago.
years ago. Fresh on my mind still.
Well, it's interesting to note though that Jen Brock, she's a real estate agent, and Vince Doer is the fire department chief. They're both in respected professions. They're driving down this road. They're not like people that you would go stereotypically like. We don't trust these folks.
Was this 2008 during the recession? Because maybe she needs benefit from it.
No, but and that's the thing is like we're talking like late 90s, and so again,
Oh, okay.
two separate people unrelated on the road are seeing the same thing. That seems to be the common ground in all these stories. And so the picture for me, though, it's kind of way better than the video. Because the video, I don't know about the video. The
You
video,
want to pass it around?
sure. Yeah, actually. The video for me,
Woof it to me.
woof, was a bit much. I really felt like it was just, I don't know. But when I saw the picture, that was the point where I was like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know.
The
Like,
video makes more sense after seeing the picture.
I think so. And I think it's because the picture's stationary and it kind of gives you a moment to kind of really,
That's how those two differ.
what's that?
A picture is stationary. The video moves.
Well, I'm not an expert or anything, but
Let's see it.
I'm a 100% believer now. You see
That's-
those lima beans in
that's
his
from
pockets?
The
I'm
lima-
just kidding. I can't see it.
so it's from a distance.
Is that from,
You
that's
have
from
like a
the-
2-inch screen on your
chief?
Motorola Razr.
Yeah, we're gonna post it online, but it's it is something that you would definitely think. This is a little closer.
Oh,
He's holding a cardboard sign that says lima beans or bust. Jeez. Okay, that's kind of scary.
So yeah, okay. So theoretically,
He is Shaggy.
you could look at anything and go, okay, well, that's a man in a costume. But again, what do all these people benefit from? I don't know.
What's the fire chief benefit?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. From going, no, I saw the same thing, you know? But Dave Shealy, to this day, still searches for the skunk ape. He concentrates his work mostly in March and April. He's investigating dozens of claims every single year. He actually has his findings boiled down into a field guide available for $4.95 at the gift shop.
Yeah, you told us.
Okay.
Did I?
Are you getting a cut, bro?
Well, you know.
He's
So-
like, I mean, $5.99.
When
Yeah,
has there? What's the most recent sighting?
most recently, today on the phone, actually, when I spoke to Dave.
You talked to the Sasquatch.
This is the first
The
time I'm
skunk
hearing
ape?
this.
Yeah.
And you've named
so
him Dave.
When I spoke to Dave Shealy today on the phone, he says
Wait, you spoke to him on the phone?
to him on the phone.
Okay, well, you really buried the lead here.
Yeah.
And so, super nice guy. First of all, he took the phone call like on a whim, and talked to me for like 20 minutes.
So it's like, truck it. I'll take this phone call.
Yeah, well, he's super passionate.
Okay.
And when I basically kind of said, look, like most of the stories online were kind of dated. The last one I found was like 2001, and he said he's currently investigating one right now that has over a dozen claims. People who have saw the same thing at the same site. The only issue is we can't discuss it on the air because he hasn't made the claims public yet.
And it benefits him how to investigate these things.
Well, and that's the thing. They're not paying him to come out and research it.
Yeah.
Like they're calling him because he's the expert.
It's just a passion.
It's a passion.
Passion
100%.
project.
Yeah.
And so he's going out and trying to verify these claims. And he's openly saying, like, no, this one's false. This
Okay, nice.
This one's
So
got
not
legs.
everyone's like, yep, that's one.
Right.
Yep, that's
And,
one. Yep, that's
one thing that's important to note that Dave mentioned, when he filmed an episode of the Animal Planet,
Okay.
for Animal Planet, he invited the crew down to his area to say, let me show you some proof.
Yeah, you think they want to go in the glades?
Right. Let me take you out there.
They're
And
like,
I'm
that's
okay
a little
with
too
no
real.
proof.
Yeah.
Right. So they respond by saying, actually, can't you just fake it in your backyard?
Oh. Wait, who said that? Animal
The
Planet?
Animal Planet people said it to him.
They're like, we do it with every one of our shows.
Yeah, and so he was offended by that, obviously, and he was like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean fake it in my backyard?" Like this guy.
They're like, put the dress on and call.
Yeah.
Call the
Here,
skunky, skunky, skunky.
So he's like, "No, you come down here and see it for yourself," and they refuse to do it. So Dave seems like a
Bunch
great
of
guy.
suits. Bunch of suits
Well,
and
and
other suits.
here's another point in his favor. Have you ever heard the phrase cryptids?
Define.
I think I used it earlier.
You did actually use it earlier. Cryptids, they're basically animals whose existence is unsubstantiated. And just to kind of put this in perspective,
Elephants.
sure.
No, elephants are real.
Unicorns.
There we go.
Cameron's never seen an elephant
Walrus.
in real life.
Walrus. Nope, not real.
To put it in perspective, pelicans, antelopes, and narwhals
I've heard of all
were,
of these.
were all once cryptids. And they were moved from that category into natural species category.
Okay, the
meaning that
narwhal
they're-
did.
that they're real.
I personally don't believe in narwhals.
Oh, SeaWorld's like right down the
Come on.
road.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, they battle
No.
each other
There we go.
Yeah.
Each other.
like Beyblades.
They've been
How do you not know?
combat narwhals.
Are you not? Is it a dolphin with a horn on?
Yeah, who taped a horn
Yeah.
on that manatee?
Well, that's true. But you know what? Komodo dragons were also once cryptids. Mm-hmm. Now they're not.
That's the one you don't want to prove's real
Yeah, I know.
because it
Those
tracks
things
you
are
down.
vicious.
Yeah,
And-
weighs 500 pounds, and
The okapi. That's a giraffe-looking thing with the zebra legs.
that's not real.
He made that up.
Oh,
That
so
was a picture that his daughter drew.
yeah. It looks like a hybrid animal, but it was once a cryptid and now is listed as a natural species. So, as of the 21st century alone, there's been a dozen new mammals that have been moved from the cryptid category to
What?
natural species.
This is recent stuff.
So my point is basically, it's still happening. We're still discovering things that we once thought were make-believe or legend,
Okay.
and they were real. So I think that there is a precedent for it. I don't think the video alone will convert anybody online,
Okay.
but the rest of the evidence and the pictures, I don't know. So now let's revisit it. At the end of the show, how do we feel? What category are we in?
Pelican's my favorite bird, so I know those are real.
Yeah.
Are we, we talking about pelicans?
Yeah.
I think pelicans and or skunk ape.
Oh, okay. Skunk ape. The fire marshal
Yeah.
and the realtor. I mean, I'd like to meet in person, but going off your article, I'd say it doesn't benefit them to almost have a collision and then lie about it.
Or a tour bus full of
Yeah, the
people.
40
That one's
people.
weird.
Yeah.
I will say that I will never walk through the Everglades with lima beans in my pocket.
No. Which is hard for you because you carry lima beans everywhere.
Everywhere.
No, I
And
don't.
apples,
Those are apples.
everywhere.
Apples. Well, if you want to learn more about the skunk ape, you can visit skunkape.info. And there's a lot of information on there, as well as more information about Dave. And if you want to learn more about us, we are at fmofm.com.
FMOF.
FMOF.
Muffma.
Updated
We updated
monthly.
I would say tri-monthly.
Quarterly.
Tri-monthly.
Yeah, every 90 days we change the text font.
Yeah, the color of it. It was
Yeah.
yellow. Now it's pink.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we're excited about it. It's been a good week.
Cameron, do your sign off.
This is Cameron, and I'm signing off.
This is Josh, and I'm signing off.